Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. What does it mean to you when something is made with great reverence and respect? And the person is taking their time and they're so interested in it being ideal, and that they just want it to be so unique that when it's experienced, it just uplifts you. Now let me ask you this. Is that what you saw the last time you looked in the mirror? By the way, when I trip over my words, I do not go back through the podcast and edit it, because this is how I am in real life. So this is what you get, me tripping over my tongue. All right. So the last time you looked in the mirror, is that what you experienced? Probably not. No, we typically, when we look in the mirror, we don't see our potential. We don't see where we're going. We see all the mistakes that we've made. We see all the problems, and we see the result of how they've shown up physically, because we're looking at our body instead of our spirit. You know, it's said that the eyes are the window to the soul, and that true beauty is simply the externalization of inner harmony. Well, you're not in harmony right now if you're seeing your mistakes, because there's one part of you that was conditioned and programmed that when you made a mistake, you need to be punished. Oh my gosh, sent to your room, no dinner, you're grounded, can't play with your friends. And it keeps seeking that punishment, not to hurt you, but because that's what it was programmed to do. And then you've got another part of you, that knows exactly what you can experience in life. It knows how to move you forward, how you can be a blessing, not only for yourself, but for others. And it's in conflict. It keeps trying to say, no, look, what you see on the outside, that's not the real you. Let's get into that state of being blessed by revealing the real you instead of what you were programmed by your painful past to experience. But to do this, you have to stop living at the level of your feelings, because when you live at that level, you live at the level of fear. And fear then begins to abuse you and tell you what to do. In something known as NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, we learn that the subconscious mind speaks in symbols, not words. Words move way too slow. So it speaks in symbols. And whatever is large, whatever is bright, whatever is moving, whatever is bold has power in our mind. Well, when you look in the mirror, what you see looking back, could it be look at the bags underneath the eyes because you're not getting sleep, because you and your significant other are locked in a power struggle? Or could it be the extra weight that you put on because you're eating for the stress? You're either eating to calm yourself down, or you're eating to pump yourself up, or you got the double whammy of both of them going on. Or could it be the age? Could it be, well, I thought I should look like this. And then it leads to, well, I thought my life would look like this. And all of those things are looming larger in your mind than you are. And when that happens, your subconscious mind says, oh, well, then that should have the power over us because whatever's large, whatever's moving, whatever's bold is what holds power. We even see this in the Old Testament when Moses sent the 12 guys into the promised land with a scouting report, and they come back, and out of the 12, 10 of them are like, oh, we know that we've been promised this land, but guess what? We can't take it because there are giants there. They're larger than us, and they're going to squash us. And you know what? In their minds, that was true. That was their reality because they were living at the level of their feelings instead of going up to their beliefs and what was going to fulfill them. Now, something interesting you need to know about beliefs. After age 13, the only way a belief can be upgraded is through consistent action, typically for 91 days, consistent action 91 days, coming from the part of your personality that holds that potential. The part of you that holds the pain, it can't make life any better. Because if it could, it would have already done so. The part of you that's holding the bad belief, the reason why it accepted that bad belief is because it didn't have the maturity to either access resourcefulness or resources to say, no, that bad belief isn't right. It's not correct. No, it had to go along with the conditioning of the maturity level that it was at. Okay. So the mirror is only reflecting back to you the younger you that's holding that pain. It is not showing you the part of you that's holding your potential. To do that, you got to ask, who's holding your mirror? Are you comparing yourself to social media? Are you comparing yourself about what you've achieved in the past? Are you comparing yourself against your neighbors? There's 5 motivators: status, control, autonomy, relationships, fairness, truth, and justice. That's all one. Status is the very first one. And we've been told to compare ourselves against others to decide if we're up or we're down. Now, I'll be honest with you, I was taught that I always needed to be one down. I was taught that I needed to sacrifice myself at the expense of others for me to have success in life. And what it would be is hopefully they would get some of my leftovers. Not my fault. But I have to take 100% responsibility for moving forward. And you know what? She still gets triggered. I had a friend reach out and go, wow, this other coach, have you heard about this program that they've got going on? And that younger me, and I'll tell you right now, she's 5 years old, showed up and went, oh no, see, I'm never going to be as good as them. And I had to remind her, girlfriend, you're supposed to be going out and playing and being the best 5-year-old possible. You're not here to show up in an adult world and decide what my status is. Can I learn something from somebody else? Or maybe that's not in my realm and I just need to be happy for my friend that she's actually been able to solve a problem that was causing her a lot of heartbreak. Okay, what about you? Who's holding your mirror? I can't allow the 5-year-old to hold it. See, this is where my maker, my higher power, steps in and wants to hold the mirror and says, let me show you the true reflection of you. Let me show you what you were designed to do. And I'll tell you right now, for a lot of us, our mess really is our message. The reason why I went through those things is not because my higher power put them on me, but my higher power said, you know what? We can use all of this. This is going to be in the compost pile, and it's going to make great fertilizer for our garden of growth. Whew. Okay, by the way, Um, if you're wanting assistance with this, go to drewdawnferguson.com and you're going to see a free hypnosis session that begins this process for you. All right, if you bought a brand new car and you were backing out of the driveway, maybe you didn't see that your neighbor's toddler had left their little teeny tiny trike bike behind it, and you got a smudge on the bumper. Would you turn around and take that car out and then total it into the next telephone pole? Because you're like, well, there we go. It's, this is the reason why we can't ever have nice things. Other people screw it up. Well, that's what happens when you decide to drive your life by your rear view mirror. When you look in that mirror, you are seeing the opportunity to make good on your maker's promise. Only if you'll allow it to happen for you and release that younger you from the contract of their painful conditioning. Whew. Okay. So it's time for you to discover your true beauty. Move up to your beliefs, no longer allowing the fear to tell you what to do. You are larger than those challenges. Turn those obstacles into opportunities.